I just wanted to make a video about something that I I am still actually in the process of processing. That's a funny way to say it. I'm in the process of processing. um, Over the weekend, uh, a young man passed away um, in the same reservoir that my son passed away in 11 years ago. And I was reading, I don't watch the news or anything usually, but I had just been like, I think I just opened up one of the social media platforms and saw a news article and saw all the pictures of the emergency crews at the lake, and he was a few years older than my son, the man that passed away. But in the pictures and stuff in the news article, it looked so much like when my son lost his life in that lake. And it happened on Saturday evening, or just a few evenings ago. And my youngest son's birthday was Sunday. And so I'm still kind of processing, because it threw me right back. And there was also the boy's family was there, and I say boy, he was 22. But anyway, it threw me back into memories and the pain, and seeing that his family, specifically his mom, being there, it just broke my heart. And I was praying for a different outcome for their family, and on Sunday morning, when I found that he had been found in the lake deceased, I just it just broke my heart. And I've talked to several of my family members about it since then, and my heart just hurts for this family. And it's brought back a lot of things about I don't know, for a long time I was not okay. And I've so many things have happened since my son passed, and I know he still exists, and I've spoken to him or had communication with him, and he's a beautiful soul, and he still exists, and I know that, and And part of what I want to do is give back in those areas. But this instance was just so strange because it made me feel those raw feelings of intense and extreme pain. Again, I think being human, it doesn't, I think that those things will always be there, and somehow, but we grow and we learn, and I love the relationship that I have with my son today. Both of my sons, the one that's on the other side and the one that's here, and they're both, I have an angel here and an angel there. But it just made me feel those feelings again of just excruciating pain before all this, and feel that for another person, and it took me some time to get out of it, I guess, because it was also my youngest son. He's just turned 12 and it was his birthday, and so I didn't want to just be sad and crying all day on his day, and I needed to, I wanted to make his day good, and so I did just let myself feel. And I did remember it all, and I talked to some people in my family, and sorry, there are airplanes flying overhead. And then I took my son to do the things that he wanted to do for his birthday, and at first I just felt exhausted and sad, and so I was not having a great time, and I was irritated about where we were, and I was about where he chose to go, and I was just, and finally, while he was at this museum that we went to, and he was off playing, with a friend, he was off hanging out with his friend, and so while I was sitting there, feeling through this, I was like, I started to think about what I'm so grateful for, and how blessed I am, and how amazing it is that I can have an angel on the other side that I know is still here and exists, and even communicate with. And then I have this beautiful angel son here now. And I started thinking, I'm like, gosh, they got to meet each other too. my son that passed away, Joey, he was 18 years old when my youngest son, Cash, was born. And Cash was 9 months old when Joey passed. And and I know that they did that. They worked that out before this life, you know, that Cash would be here before Joey left, so that I would have reason to stay in that moment, because that Joey left, because I have more to do here and more to be here. And I just started thinking about how grateful I am to have the sons that I have, and how grateful I am to have the parents I have, and the sisters I have, and the niece that I have, and her kids that I have, that I just love so much. And I'm so blessed, and I'm so grateful for them. And I have created heaven on earth here, and I know that our loved ones still exist, and we can communicate with them. The veil is, there's no veil left, you know, like we've woken up, and everything that we're creating here, we're creating our thoughts and our feelings, and we're creating out here what we feel in here. And so I just started looking around, and I'm like, you know what, like my son, it's his birthday today, and he's over there just having the greatest time with his friend, and laughing and playing and enjoying his childhood. And I should be happy that that's what he is wanting to do, and I am happy that that's what that he's still likes to do, kid stuff, and I'm blessed that I can send love to that mom who just lost her son. Well, she didn't lose him, but right now I know that it must feel like that to her. At least that's what it felt like to me right in the beginning. And I've been processing that too, how you support people in that time, because it changes. Because sometimes when it's right there and raw and in the beginning, how you can support them is different in the moments right away after it happened, because it's such a pain, such an excruciating pain, and such a confusing time, that certain things are best left for later. Like, mostly you just want to be there for them and send them so much love and comfort, and just be there. And so I have just been just filling myself up with just infinite love and light, and just sending it to that boy's family and his mom and my family and me. I just felt Joey say that, like, and you, Mom. And realizing that sometimes we all fall back into old ways of feeling or thinking, or sometimes our human even, because we're human, so sometimes it's okay to let that pain process and then just realize, it's okay to feel the pain and to feel the hurt of that and let it through you. And then realize what a gift it is to be here, and how they are so happy and so well, and they just want us to be happy too. And you can feel them so much more when you're not in terrible grief. And so I think I'll talk about that more. Also, my son passed in water. He drowned. And he was a very good swimmer. And so the circumstances were strange. But for some reason, he was not able to make it across the lake. And but he loved the water, and so I have this connection to water and to earth, and I feel like it's beautiful and healing, and I'm probably gonna talk more about that in later videos, and like how, I don't know, maybe talk about the feelings you have at the different stages, and of grief, and I'm just so grateful that I get to know that he still exists, and I'm so grateful that I get to be gentle on myself, knowing that all the stages and parts that I went through, even the parts that I'm not proud of, even those parts, like, they brought me to where I am now, and the understanding I have now, and the connection I have with them now. And all I want to do is give that back. Like, I want to give that back, and whether anybody takes it or not, I just want to give that back and show love to everyone. And anyway, I'm just rambling now. Mostly this video was just processing. Anyway, I just wanted to make a video about that, and it's kind of raw, and I think I'm probably going to end up talking on it more in the next little while. So anyway, I'm just sitting here creating heaven on earth. I'm doing really good. We have a wonderful life, and yeah, I'm just in gratitude. And anyway, I'm sending out love and light to you, and especially to that family of the boy who passed a few days ago in that lake. And I just want to send love to them, love and light to them, and any warmth and healing energy that I can send out and surround them with. And love to you too. Namaste.